Hello lovelies, so I did things a little bit differently this morning. We have a new tarot deck, the Sephiroth Spheres of Heaven Tarot. This is a deck that is also attached to a game. So we'll see. I was taking the time to get to know the cards this morning, and that's why I did the reading this way. We started off this morning with the Seasons of the Witch card. The card that came through was the Cauldron. The Cauldron says, "Bewitching, yes it be, blink and you shall see, a bubbling desire left in the brewing rain." This card speaks about how magic takes practice. Now, magic, manifestation, your prayers, prayers, I'll explain. Whenever we set out on a task of trying to manifest something into our reality, we often come across having to refine it, it's like a recipe, right? You try a recipe for the first time, it's not always going to turn out like the picture. Or in business, you think you're getting into a partnership with someone that's going to be lucrative, going to be great, but as you get into it, you realize, oh no, this is not what I envisioned. And so it's back to the cauldron, back to the drawing board, right? That's the idea here. And so the energy is saying you're doing exactly what you need to be doing by virtue of the fact that you're actually doing, right? Now, the end result is not the magic. The magic is the practicing, the doing, the putting it together, the seeing how it turns out, the interactions, the conversations, the things we do in our daily life that are meant to lead us towards our end result, our manifestation, whether it's sitting down to write a book or starting a new health routine or a new relationship, a new job. All these things that's the magic part. And so when it comes to the cards that came through for this reading, they do support this whole vibe. Now the Magician card came out first in reverse, and it landed very much next to the Cauldron here, which to me was a very specific sign about how we're trying to do it with the wrong intention behind it. We're focusing too much on the fact that we don't have an end result and ignoring the fact that practicing of magic is the magic. That's the magic part. And so we're feeling unaligned, and it's like the Magician is like stunted in this sense, again, because we're focusing on the wrong things. Now the Queen of Pentacles comes in to say our focus should be more on our physical reality, represented by what we see around us that has worked, right? The Empress as well is combined here. These two energies are the energies we're being asked to step into in order to realign our Magician. So the Queen of Pentacles is coming in to say, look around your physical reality. There are things you have crushed it in many, many ways. Now, this is not gender specific. It's a call for reflection, right? The Queen of Pentacles, she is a representation in our physical world, in our physical experience, but she's the emotional side of it. So she takes into account to see the things before her. The king would have a forward vision to act on these things, but she's the one that sits and goes, wait a second, what am I working with? Do I really have all the pieces I want, or am I using what's here because I'm impatient? Am I judging the end result because it's not exactly what I wanted the first time around? So she's here to reassess, to reevaluate. The Empress then joins her to do the subconscious work. The Empress is essentially the exalted version of the Queen of Pentacles. She's fertility, she is abundance, she is ruler of her world, right? And so here we're seeing the wheat, the the eagle, everything here is aligning with the idea of our inner selves as well as our outer manifestation. We do have Empress vibes. As we take in the role of Queen of Pentacles, we will see her come through. Now the Three of Swords is coming in to realize that as we do this reflection, as we do this evaluation, as we practice, we will see. Now this card in this deck does not signify heartache, heartbreak. This card signifies, yes, there is a need to cut through. These two swords are one-sided, and so they're clearing some space. This sword in the middle, the red sword, is a two-sided blade. And so it's going to be here in order to clear out, in order to cut away what no longer serves. As we practice our crafts, right? Whether they are for romance, whether they are for business, for family, whatever it is, as we practice, we will need to cut some things out of it in order to accommodate our palate, right? Every recipe, some people, don't like nutmeg, so they take it out of their pumpkin pies. To someone who likes nutmeg, oh my God, it's missing something. But to those who don't like it, it's the perfect, so you have to cut. There is going to be some cutting necessary. Now, these are not going to be necessarily easy things to do, but they're going to be clear. There's going to be some obvious, all right, something needs to be trimmed up, right, kind of vibe. The Lovers on the bottom sideways. In this deck, there are actually 3 Lovers cards, embracing the different visual aspects of love. They aren't necessarily the masculine and feminine. The card itself is an expression of choice, an expression of acceptance, an expression of love. And so love comes in many, many forms. In this, I'm not even, whatever you're getting out of this card is exactly what you need to be getting, so I'm not going to define what you're seeing. But in this case, the Lover's card landing sideways, to me, is a testament to, here we have to move forward with self-love. And we're trying to do that. We're aware, it's part of our awareness. The fact that we have to move with self-love and to choose not only both sides of ourselves, right? There is the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves, but it is a matter of accepting all aspects of our expression in our world. Coming together in the self to see that what works and what doesn't work for you, not for those around you. And so the Lover's card is inviting you. Landing sideways is telling me that you have begun this process. You have begun the process of seeing yourself fully in your own image. And so here the Cauldron is calling for more practice. Go back to the drawing board. Cut what doesn't serve. Step into your awareness as an Empress would. She fills her own cup first. She knows she has to be well nourished. She knows she has to be well prepared in order to bring life to her experience. And this life can be a romantic experience. It can be a child. It can be a pet. It can be a new relationship, whether it's business, romantic, platonic, a new opportunity, a new inspiration, a new idea, a new thought. This is what she embodies. And then the Queen of Pentacles comes in to say, look at your world, look at your experience, and practice. Practice these things. Try different things out. You have everything you need in order to accomplish this. They're all right in front of you. You're just looking at them and saying you should be done already. That's not how this works. It takes more practice. And as we enter this Samhain season, the Halloween, and entering into our winter, into that self-reflection, that going in, that contemplation, that time of perfect time for practicing, so that we can come through in the new year, in the new spring, in the new season, and have cut away what no longer serves, so we can step into the full expression of ourselves and the love that we have for our life and our experience. Thank you for watching. Have a very, very, very happy Samhain. I do want to point out that at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. And so here, yes, it will take strength to do this. It'll take strength to recognize it needs doing. And so for today, as you step into this new experience, this Halloween, this thin veil, reflect on the things you need to change and step into the life that you were meant to experience and the love that you were meant to feel.